Next on Worcester News tonight, long waits at school bus stops and overcrowded on board. Administrators are looking to make improvements. Plus, a cancer diagnosis isn't slowing down one of Groton Police Department's canines. She's on the job and serving her community. Good evening and thanks for joining us. I'm Olivia Lemon. It's been an issue since the beginning of the school year, and a group of parents and students are concerned it may not be resolved. Some students riding to Worcester's Byrne High School have been forced to sit on the floor or on a friend's lap because of overcrowded buses. Our Brittany Schaefer joins us now with the latest. Brittany?
Olivia, while most of the bus issues have been resolved, Byrne High School and middle school are still having trouble. One mother I spoke to say it's gotten so bad she now has to pick her daughter up from school. Suzanne Vantry's daughter doesn't want to take the bus to and from Byrne High School.
My daughter was coming home from school and she kept telling me that, Mom, I'm not really comfortable being on the bus. I either have to sit practically on somebody's lap or I'm on the floor.
Vantry made calls to the school, bus company Durham School Services, and Mayor Joseph Petty. She says while the mayor and school have been helpful, nothing has gotten better, and Vantry now picks her daughter up from school.
It's only going to take an extra bus at each school to fix this problem. It's an easy fix. It should have been fixed after the first week of school when they realized how many kids are taking the bus.
Longtime school committee member John Monfredo says the overcrowded buses have been a popular topic at committee meetings, and they have met with the school administration.
Administration has looked into it. They're going to make some changes for next year. But in the meantime, they had just about everything solved except for the Byrne middle school and high school busing situation. So they're looking into that, finding out why those buses are overcrowded and what they can do about it.
Durham School Services operates 84 large and 51 small buses in the city. In a statement, they say safety is our #1 priority. Durham School Services drivers are not allowed to move a bus unless each student has a seat. Monfredo says the issue has gone on for too long, but a solution is near.
If anything I could do today would be to assure our parents out there that administration has this as a top priority, and then making sure that within at least by the end of this week, it should be resolved.
Now, the city creates all of the student bus assignments and the routes. Durham Bus Services says they have been long-term partners with the city and are happy to make any changes. Brittany Schaefer, Worcester News Tonight.
Today, a local man killed while on his honeymoon in Costa Rica is being remembered as a master craftsman and noble friend. Josh Byrne of Hudson was swept away by flash flooding in the Central American Friday. He and his wife Bianca were on their honeymoon. Crews found Josh's body Saturday. He worked at SJC Custom Drums in Southbridge for 15 years. Friends started a GoFundMe account raising over $18,000. They say the money is needed to help bring Josh's remains home. 2 workers are freed from a boiler in Millbury over the weekend. The incident happened at Wheelabrator Technologies off of Route 20. The Millbury Fire Department says the workers were performing a monthly cleaning when the cable moving them up and down jammed. The District 7 technical response team was called in to help remove them. Both workers were pulled to safety. Working to help keep the community safe, a Groton police canine is still on the job even after being diagnosed with cancer. Just this past weekend, Officer Lola helped make an arrest. Our Rosalind Flaherty joins us now with the story. Rosalind?
Olivia, Lola has been getting narcotics off the streets and finding missing people for years, and she's not letting her recent diagnosis stop her from doing her job. Groton Police Canine Lola and Officer Nick Belts are inseparable. They spend all day together, and while on the job, they track missing people and narcotics.
The bond that we have is like no other.
Because they spend so much time together, Officer Belts knew something was wrong a few months ago. He took the 8-year-old black lab to the vet where they found a cancerous tumor in her left kidney. She was diagnosed with a rare type of lymphoma.
It was a mess. It's a lot to take in because, you know, some people might see her as just a dog, but for me, we're partners.
Lola had her left kidney removed and they determined the cancer was contained, but she is undergoing chemotherapy for the next 15 weeks.
She's in uncharted waters right now and she's doing fantastic.
The chemo isn't slowing Lola down. She is back to a regular work schedule. Last weekend, she assisted a neighboring community during a traffic stop and helped find cocaine, narcotic pills, marijuana, and a large amount of cash.
The chemo and all the other medicines that we give her definitely takes a lot out of her, but she still has a drive like no other.
Lola is only tracking narcotics right now because Officer Belts doesn't want to push her too much. He says they were in the process of looking for a new dog to take over for Lola so she can have a well-deserved retirement.
It's time for her to rest and relax at home and have treats and whatever else she wants.
Now, Officer Belt says once the chemo is over, they will see where she's at. The canine program Lola is in runs on donations, and the Groton department says they are always welcoming them. Rosalind Flaherty, Worcester News Tonight.
The two candidates running for the 2nd Congressional District seat will debate tonight at Mechanics Hall. Incumbent Democrat Jim McGovern and Republican Tracy Lavorne will be questioned by a 3-member panel. The 2nd Congressional District covers 41 Worcester County cities and towns. Mechanics Hall says it's important for people to attend tonight's debate to hear firsthand from the candidates.
One thing to read about what they say or even to read their website, but to see them in person and interact with them is a very different level of engagement, which I think is important for voters.
And the event is free and open to the public and starts tonight at 7 p.m. Senator Elizabeth Warren releasing a new video on the DNA test she recently took, proving someone in her family was Native American.
The president likes to call my mom a liar. What do the facts say?
The facts suggest that you absolutely have a Native American ancestor in your pedigree.
The DNA details dating back 6 to 10 generations. The president and other Republicans have long mocked her heritage claims. Senator Warren's decision to release her DNA test comes as she considers a possible 2020 run for president. Here's President Trump's response today.
I hope she's running for president because I think she'd be very easy. I hope that she is running. I do not think she'd be difficult at all. She'll destroy the country. She'll make our country into Venezuela. With that being said, I don't want to say bad things about her because I hope she would be one of the people that would get through the process. It's going to be a long process for the Democrats.
And the president did not respond to reporters' questions about whether he owes Senator Warren an apology or if he would stop calling her names. And speaking of President Trump, as he heads to hurricane-ravaged Florida, he's commenting today on a range of topics, including more on Senator Elizabeth Warren's DNA announcement. Blaine Alexander reports from Washington.
Personally, it's very tough.
President Trump touring areas ravaged by Hurricane Michael, but before leaving Washington, asked about the missing Washington Post journalist Jamal Khashoggi, last seen entering a Saudi consulate in Turkey nearly 2 weeks ago, now feared killed.
I just spoke with the King of Saudi Arabia, who denies any knowledge of what took place.
Khashoggi, a critic of the Saudi regime. Today, President Trump offering this unlikely explanation.
It sounded to me like maybe these could have been rogue killers.
The president sending his Secretary of State to the region as Congress threatens sanctions, and the Saudis hint that they may retaliate by raising oil prices.
His denial to me could not have been stronger, that he had no knowledge.
Meanwhile, President Trump brushing off Senator Elizabeth Warren's release of a DNA test showing she does have a small percentage of Native American ancestry, which the president has frequently.
I will give you $1 million to your favorite charity, paid for by Trump, if you take the test and it shows you're an Indian, you know.
That was in July. Today,
I didn't say that. You better read it again.
Warren taunting him on Twitter, asking him to write his $1 million check out to a group that protects Native American women from violence.
Blaine Alexander, Worcester News Tonight.
Unrecognizable at this point, the demolition continues at the former Notre Dame church in Worcester. It's been about a month since significant work began at the site. For years, people have tried to save the former Notre Dame Day Canadians church from destruction, but this afternoon, only the frame of the church remained. The structure has been in downtown since 1929, and the Save Notre Dame Alliance worked tirelessly to save it. A happy day for two first responders in Spencer. Firefighter Anthony Gianfrido proposed to his girlfriend Danielle Burnell. She was on the Spencer Emergency Management Team. The proposal happened in the bucket of the fire department's ladder truck at Sunday's open house.